Wichita, Kansas. It's Chelsea Moore again, and today I'm bringing you a different take on the old version of the ants on a log. Today, I'm going to make red ants on a log. Sounds confusing, right? It tastes great. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with 8 ounces of softened Philadelphia cream cheese. And it's very important that you use softened because we're going to be spreading these over apples, this mixture over apples, so you really want it to be as smooth as possible. Alright, so I have this in here and we're going to smooth it out. I like smoothing it out as I go and making sure it's all creamed together in there. Okay. Now, we're going to add the sweetness to it. This is the marshmallow fluff. You can buy it in any grocery store, and it's made by Kraft, and it's really, really, really good, actually. And it goes really good with this cream cheese. It makes it, you know, it brings out the flavor. And I use about 3.5 ounces of this stuff. Maybe a little more. It's really like how your preference, because it's like the sweeter you want it. Okay, so we mix this all together. Now, Paula, this is such an easy dish, and it's easy and it's great for summer because here in Kansas, as like in Savannah, Georgia, it can get super, super hot in the summer. And I know how hot it can get in Savannah because I went to the Lady and Sons restaurant and I had to wait outside for 3 hours in the sun just to get a reservation, and it was so worth it. But I could have used these red ants on a log while I was waiting as a quick cool down snack. So, all right. Okay, we get this pretty well mixed. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to want the variation of the sweetness and the creaminess. This just looks so good. Okay, now we have, right here we have a Golden Delicious or a Granny Smith apple. This just happens to be a Granny Smith. And okay, apples are kind of hard to cut. I would recommend using an apple cutter, but I'll show you this way of doing it. Okay, so we take our apple and we cut it in half. Then what I like to do is make this a flat plane, so we have a nice flat bottom there. Because this is what we're gonna do to pile our ants on there. Okay, now we have these two, and I'm just gonna cut them in half. You can make them thicker, skinnier, it doesn't really matter, as long as you have a nice surface to work with. Okay, and we have these 4 apple slices cut, and we just take this is like a little lemon juice. Lemon juice is going to help these apples stay nice and bright white. They're not going to turn brown. So we just put that on, and actually the lemon juice gives the apples a great flavor with this dish. It adds a little bit of sourness and bitterness, which makes it really good. Okay, so we take 2 of the apples we have just cut. We place them on this little plate. And all we're going to do, make sure this is all mixed together. All right. Now we're going to take a little spoon, just get a little bit of that on there, and we're going to just... I like loading it up. I love this stuff. I don't mind if it's spilling over because they're just a little treat for you and your friends. Okay, we're going to do. All right, yum. Okay, so now that we have our cream cheese mixture with our marshmallow fluff on our apples, we're going to find the red ants. And for the red ants, I like to use, because I'm not a big fan of regular raisins or golden raisins, I really like to use crane raisins because to me they taste really good and they're going to complement the Philadelphia cream cheese mixture like so well. And these actually, they're not the cranberry flavor, they have the cherry flavor mixed in. They sell them in the store with blueberry, cherry, pomegranate I just saw. Like, they have some good flavors. So whichever kind you like, you can even use raisins if you want. So now we take, for the red ants, we just put about 3 big ones on each. Get a couple more. And these make a really pretty presentation because with the green, you can even use red apples if you want. I like green apples with this recipe because they're a little bit sweeter and not as like, I don't know, tart and strong tasting, so. All right, as you see there, we have 2 little red ants on a log. So now, I'm just gonna taste this because I really love this recipe. And I came up with this recipe. Actually, my home ec teacher in 8th grade kind of taught me a different version of this, and I just put my own twist on it with all the ingredients that I like. So, let me try. Paula, you have no idea how good that is. I really want you to try this recipe because I know you'll love it. So, I hope you want to take me to Savannah, Georgia with you and help you cook. So I'll see you later. Bye, Paula.